every play, every game. And but that's the attitude that we're coming in with.
Sound courtesy of the Chiefs, as Kansas City hasn't missed out on the playoffs since the 2014 season. The Chiefs do have some history on their side. The last time Kansas City was 6-6 was in 2017, and they won the final 4 games to earn a wild card spot. In college football, another SEC school is looking for a head coach. Kentucky has fired Mark Stoops after 13 seasons in Lexington, with the Wildcats coming off a second straight losing season. Stoops was the longest tenured coach in the Southeastern Conference, and Kentucky now becomes the 6th SEC program to change coaches this season, joining Auburn, Arkansas, Florida, LSU, and Ole Miss. And you can download the Fox Sports Podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you download your favorite podcast. I'm Joe Morgan.
Get more on the Fox Sports app and foxsports.com.
If you see something, say something, and stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
As the day unfolds with laughter and cheer, Brad's got the magic that brings us all near. Sharing tales of hope, dreams that shine bright. Good morning, Marianas, together we ignite. So join the good palm trees, we dance through the days. The rhythm and soul, so many ways. Together we rise through the moments we share. Good morning, Marianas, feel the love everywhere. Wake up to the sunshine in the morning light. Good vibes all around, everything feels right. Brad on the show, bringing joy to our day. Into the Marianas breeze, let the worries drift away. Yeah, that was the air. Connection grows stronger. We show that we care. Rock on to feel the soulful flow. Look right on in Mariana, that's where you belong. The sweet island breeze and the ocean's embrace. Brad's got the stories, sunlight replace. Outside meditated, fall in this ride. Yeah, we're shining with love as our guide. So raise your voices high, let the music play on. Good morning, Marianas, we're where you belong.
You know I gotta do it. I have to do it. I love Edith's Kitchen. I mean, like, everybody there is amazing. Everybody. Their customer service is great. The people are great. And we haven't even got to the food yet. The food is amazing. All right, good morning, Marianas. It is hump day. That's right, get your camels out because today is hump day. 7:35 here on the island of Saipan. It is beautiful. It is great. And how long will we have great weather? Well, was it even great this morning? Yeah, I thought it was pretty good on the way in. I'm guessing you guys did too because it wasn't that bad. We're going to hear more about the weather here now. We're not even going to mess around. We're reaching right down all the way down to the weather capital of the Marianas. We're going to reach out to Landon from Guam. You can hear we're calling him right now. He is waiting for us. He's hanging out at NWS headquarters at the National Weather Service in Guam. Just waiting for us to call. It's ringing and he's not there. This is funny because we're waiting on him. And he's ready for us. I know he is. But hey, we'll get him when we get him on here. But anyway, good morning, everybody. 7:36 here. It is Hump Day. It is Wednesday. We've got a lot going on today. We have a really good show. I'm really excited about it. I should say that every day, really. But I am excited about it because we've got the folks from the broadband office today, and we're going to hear about the BEAD program. We're going to hear about the recent award from NTIA. What does that mean for us here in the NMI? It means that we got $81 million worth of stuff coming here. So we'll wait. Oh, I got a message of him. Hey, just ring. He's going to end up calling back. Anyway, we got a lot of stuff to do and to get to today, and that was one of those things. We're going to hear all about that stuff from the folks from the broadband are going to be in here with us today. Oh, and now he is calling me. He's calling me right now. We're going to have Landon on here. There we go. We had a little bit of phone tag, but it doesn't matter because he's there right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you guys paid good money for admission just so you guys can hear from Landon Idlet, not the way I was saying it for about 3 years. Never once corrected. How polite is he? You must have had your name mispronounced by so many different people in different places, and you're like, not even once.
I've had all kinds of strange pronunciations through the years, but the Filipinos, every time I've been in the Philippines, they always get it right on. It blows my mind.
That's great. One easy way to remember it's like it's idlet, like not alet, like your eyeball, or it could be like eye a day, eyedlet, like it's kind of the same stuff. Hey, good morning, good to see you.
Good morning, good morning. I was going to join you from overseas somewhere exotic and different from Guam, but early Thanksgiving morning, I was on phone calls and Google Meets with the State Department and Weather Service headquarters between 4 and 7 a.m. Thanksgiving morning. That's where my trip got canceled.
Look at this like name dropping and title organization dropping. State Department and all this other stuff. What was happening? What foreign regime were you going to overthrow?
China. No. We were supposed to be in,
we're going to go to China. We're going to bring them the best weather. American weather. Yeah, anyway.
That's a good impersonation, actually.
Yeah. That's great. So,
yeah, I was supposed to be in Macau, China at the Typhoon Committee 20th Annual Integrated Workshop this week. But the United States, because of some travel advisories from the State Department, we were declined authorization for travel. So, it happens, but it's unfortunate.
Wow. It does happen. That is not awesome. It's hold on. Brad, tell me the weather, but we have Landon. I like it. Oh, no. This is a pun. This is the best part. Louisa just put in the comments. She's like, I'd let Brad tell me the weather, but we have Landon. I love it. That is great. I'm a little slow on the old pickup here. So
it's the morning. It's like Monday part 3 right now.
No kidding. I can't believe we're already halfway through the week, but we got you on here, and that's way cooler than what's going on anywhere else in the world. And speaking of cooler, it was actually pretty cool this morning. We had probably one of the cooler mornings that I'm used to.
It feels fantastic outside. Even down here in the deep south, it's cool and comfortable. And so the Saipan International Airport, we're looking at about 80 degrees at the Saipan International Airport this morning. It bottomed out right about just above 80.1 degrees. And so we're holding steady flat line right now, but that temperature is going to go up as the sun breaks the horizon and starts to get higher up in the sky. So we're looking at daytime highs around 86, but the breeze, those trade winds are still pumping out there across the region, keeping things cool and temperate. And if we're looking at the Doppler weather radar, there is nothing out there except my reflection on the screen. It is pretty quiet out there.
That is wild.
There's probably some very spotty light showers somewhere up in the CNMI, but they're riding in below the radar because our beam is about 10 to 16,000 feet above the ground once it gets up over Tinian and Saipan and northward. So there's some spotty light stuff, but nothing exciting to write home about. All the action is near Guam and mainly to the south. You see this clutter right there? That is the sea spray that's up in the atmosphere from the wind waves and the the white caps over the open waters. That's typically starts appearing once we get about 15 to 18 knots of winds. You see the butterfly effect if we get 20 to 25 knot winds and more. So this is just all sea spray, ground clutter essentially, and then the showers are down here. Maybe an isolated thunderstorm to the south, but all this is going to be south of Guam generally, pretty much dry and mostly sunny today for this CNMI. We're going to switch over to the satellite picture, just a mid and upper level cloudiness over Saipan and Tinian. Nothing much to write home about, just some trade wind showers up there to the northeast and then also to our east. So very fair and favorable weather today and the next couple days. A little surface trough will be coming through, bringing an uptick in showers on Thursday night and Friday, but otherwise beautiful for the week ahead. But do be mindful if you're at the waters, we still have a high risk of rip currents for north and east facing reefs. That's due to the long period north swell that's still coming down from some of the North Pacific weather systems, typical for this time of year, and then also the trade wind swell. We have a little bit of a shear line straggling along to our east. That's going to be another prominent weather feature that we'll see from time to time through the next several months. Those old, decaying, cold frontal boundaries in the North Pacific that'll drop down to the tropics. I do want to highlight the potential for some strong winds and higher waves. Looking at some of the long-range trends in some of the models, we could see some elevated trade wind surge possibly around December 12, 13, 14. So we're going to talk about that maybe more next week. It's still very much in the long range, but we're going to see a big shield of trade winds across the North Pacific that could generate some larger swell. Again, this is going to be around mid-December, so very far out from now. We're going to see how that materializes, if it materializes, but that is a very typical weather pattern for December and into January, where we see this large shield of trade winds across much of the Pacific from these strong cold frontal boundaries that come off of Japan and Russia.
Yeah, it looks amazing. You know, I can't believe, like, last night, I thought there was some kind of a meteor shower that was supposed to happen. I didn't see any of it. There was plenty of clouds, but it started to break up a little bit, and the amount of moonlight was amazing. Waking up this morning, up on the mountain, on top of Chowside, again, it was cooler there than it was at the airport. It was really nice and cool, and on top of that, how clear the sky was. You know, yeah. I get up, I leave earlier than your average bear, right? Like, I'm getting up there when it's still dark and everything like that, and just crystal clear skies, and it was so cool. I could still smell the ilang ilang as I was getting into the car this morning. I'm like, holy smokes. And here we are, still just a nice, pleasant day, and boy, we can certainly enjoy this.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I think that's a great place to be up on top of the mountain. Airport was 80.6 degrees right now. I'm sure you were probably in the lower 70s, maybe even a little bit lower potential at some of this higher elevation. So that's a great place to live. And I know you've talked about the breezes in the past, and yeah, just crank open those windows, and it's such a great fresh air breeze coming through the place. Of note, I'm going to switch my screen around again. We're going to look at the JTWC page. There is a tropical disturbance. I've been asked a little bit about this the last day or so. This is Invest 93W. That is well to our west. That is not a concern for us in the region. That is west of Guam, but it's going to be going toward the Philippines. If you will be traveling out to the Philippines late this week into the weekend, do watch out for showers and thunderstorms over central Philippines, maybe up into Manila metro area. That could also trigger a stronger northeast monsoon that's going to affect them up in the northern parts for a couple of days. So watch out if you're going to be in the Philippines. That could be lurking in your plans this weekend.
All right. Well, I'm not heading to the Philippines this weekend, so that's just fine for us. But another tree. You are definitely going all out. Wait. What is that on your tree? I'm like, what are you decorating your tree with?
Spam.
That is
what better way to say Merry Christmas than spam and milk?
Yeah, I thought I saw like some kind of a Hershey's or something like that. There's some kind of bottle. It's right underneath the KFC. First of all, the KFC is great. Yeah, what is this? It is Hershey's. I knew it. Every chubby kid.
Hershey's, Oreos, my gosh. Walmart outdid themselves this year as far as Christmas ornaments. Some of these were from Cracker Barrel, some were from Walmart. It's just the things they come up with. Oh yeah, that's another tree, by the way.
Oh my gosh! I'm telling you, this is amazing. I was joking with Dan Shore when we were at the Marianas Beach Resort the other night. It was a tree lighting, but I told him it was like Hanukkah, but for trees. It was like a menorah. They had 8 trees. They had 8 trees that all went up. I'm like, the elite one, you light one every night or something like that. That was great. Anyway, but you have a ton of them, and you got more stuff hanging up there. There's nothing in the lights right now, but I remember seeing stuff there before.
Give me till next week. It'll be a little bit different in here. And we're going to step out in the hall right now.
I was just going to ask, did the elves attack the hallway yet? Oh, they started.
A little bit. We got a long ways to go. So again, next week, it's going to be a little bit different in here. We might have to turn off the lights so you can see it in all of its glory next week. But yeah, we like to embrace the holidays over here.
Well, I remember seeing the the ornaments hanging from the lights and everything, and that's just you? You don't have anyone helping you at all? Oh my gosh. Almost as many ornaments as Lincoln Logs.
Yeah, we're getting close to that. I've got to do a storage at some point. But yeah, we have actually, I walked in Monday morning and somebody had already started in the hallway. I'm like, somebody beat me to it. It's awesome because usually I do it by myself.
That is great. That is great. I think one of the exciting parts is just the mystery of who's doing it.
Yeah. I had an idea I had it down to 2 people and they were both guilty.
Nice. So I count at least 5 trees in there, the 4 that are on the screen right now, and I think there's one just on the other side of the screen.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, if you want to call that one.
Oh.
5 and 6.
6. I didn't count that little one, but now I got it. 6 trees.
I'm trying to figure out if I can bring in my 9-footer from here, but I might have to pull out some ceiling panels. But we're working on getting the AC repaired. We had the full AC unit system up and running yesterday, but we had some power hits yesterday. It was not me with the Christmas lights, but we did have some power hits, and it rendered our new system kind of problematic, so we're running the portable units again.
The taxpayer dollar is hard at work at powering that office. Hey, that's money that I'm happy that people are spending, but it is really great. Hey, just to give you out there, people in the comments saying they love your spirit. Bruce Camacho, the man, the myth, the legend, he's like, Landon's the kind of coworker everybody dreams to have. How about that?
MWR, Morale, Welfare, and Recreation. I like to have fun.
Yeah, and people watching on the YouTube side, they're loving the spam ornaments. That's creative. That is outstanding, Landon. Absolutely love that stuff. All right, well, Christmas time is here for me. I don't count it until I don't do the Burr months thing. I know that's a thing, but I wait until after Thanksgiving. Well, Thanksgiving's over. This is our countdown to Christmas right now.
Yeah.
And
22 days.
22 days. We're 3 weeks away from Christmas.
Coming so fast.
And it's going to be a Thursday this year. You know what's good about that? Having a Thursday, which means Thursday is going to be a holiday, so they might as well give everybody off on Friday too.
That's true.
So you get that nice 4-day weekend.
Yeah, you can't beat that. That's pretty awesome. And then I guess it falls in place for New Year's Day as well. So another 4-day weekend.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Hey, anything new? Ignacio's getting in there. Love the holiday spirit at National Weather Service. That's great. People from all over loving what you're doing. I'm just seeing a whole bunch of comments blow up from it. One of these days, we're going to end up getting a joint call where somebody calls. You'll be able to hear them too.
That'd be great.
Yeah, and they'll ask you questions. We'll do pick your weather question with Landon, and that could be a new feature. And
yes.
Maybe what I'll do, I'll install another webcam just so you can actually see me.
In the meantime, we could actually have people submit questions. That's one thing I like to do with the Weather Wednesday column. I do with the Pacific Daily News.
Awesome.
I've been writing a biweekly weather column every 2 weeks since 2021, and it really talks about things operationally, but also seasonal hazards and educational content. So if anybody has questions, send those to Brad, who can send them to me, and I can address those in the biweekly column.
Oh, I love it. Is that you're putting it? Is that PDN?
Yeah, PDN here on Guam, and I would be due for this week, but I declined because of the now canceled trip. But I will be getting back to that in 2 weeks, and I'll be talking about water safety, boating safety, because this is the season for a lot of boating hazards and water hazards because of those winds and the waves and the strong currents. A lot of our fatalities and boat incidents last year were around the holidays, and so I want to address that head on. Talking about flotation devices, PLBs, GPS tracking systems, things that you can do to make sure you don't become a story headline.
Man, I love it. You know, I would, if you want to send that stuff to us, I will happily have that stuff up there all the time. I'd love to post that on our social medias and our website stuff and everything too. But I love the idea of getting you those questions. Ask Landon, and yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
So stay tuned. The weather outlook is going to be coming out later this morning. I do have a meeting at Guam Homeland Security with some tsunami modeling and data coming out, but I'm going to get that weather outlook, the weekly outlook, done sometime this morning or around lunchtime today. So all new graphics, all new outlooks, and information to share. Hey,
speaking of that, tsunamis and stuff like that, we're supposed to do some kind of thing today, I think. Is it today, the tsunami thing? I know Chip Guard is coming out of retirement. Brushing off his tsunami knowledge, and he's supposed to be doing something online from like 9 to 12.
Okay, yeah, it might be with a visiting modeler oceanographer. I think he's going to be here on Guam. Maybe it's going to be virtual for CNMI, but that's about the time I'll be working with Guam Homeland from 9:30 to 11 o'clock. So it might be virtual for CNMI as we talk about the region. So that could be it. And Chip Guard is still kicking and screaming in retirement since I replaced him in early 2020. Keep him on a very short leash.
Does he ever pop by the old office over there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I actually need to give him a call because I have not talked to him since I got back from extended vacation. So I'll be seeing him today. Then I'm going to be collaborating with him on another meeting mid-December. Awesome.
All right. Hey, by the way, so you're talking about like submit the questions to you. I'm going to put something out there for everybody. When is like just think on like a regular schedule. When's like a good day like to try to get them ahead of time?
You know, if people want to send them to you or send them to me via email, just put the subject question for NMI News Service weather. And then we can hit them up on a Tuesday or whenever you and I chat here on NMI News.
Okay. I'm writing this down now with my penmanship that looks like I should have been a doctor. All right. Well, I guess that's a great weather wrap. We got exciting stuff happening here. I know you always have some interesting bandwidth issues over there. We just got the award was announced from NTIA, and then our governor has already is already processing the award with the awardee here in the CNMI. So we're going to have buried fiber, high speed to every house, every institution, every government office, and so that won't be an issue for us, and that's who's coming in behind us right now. We got the folks from the broadband policy development, so pretty cool.
All connected.
We are. Well, Landon, thanks so much for the time. It looks like we have nothing but smooth sailing. Well, maybe not. The waters can be a little bit rough, but there's nothing up in the skies above us that we have to worry about today.
Yeah, weather-wise, we are in fine shape across the region. 93W, tropical disturbance is west of us and no threat to us. But weather-wise, we're great. But water-wise, play it safe if you're going to be at the beach or over on the waters the next several days. It is the windy season. Those trade winds will be pumping. The trade wind swell will be kicking, and the surf will be up from time to time. So watch out, stay safe, and when in doubt, don't go out.
All right, great news, great update, and thanks so much, Landon Idlet. That's how you're supposed to say it. And we'll get him back every week. And you guys can submit your questions to us. You can send it to brad.rosala@NMI News Service, and we'll get it over for you. Thanks so much for being with us, Landon.
Thank you. Great to see you always, and talk to you all next week.
All right, guys, we're going to be right back. We're going to take a real quick break from Landon, the cool guy here, and we're going to end up going to a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we got the folks from the Broadband Policy Development Office who just walked in. How cool is this? Well, not too cold. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's not a weather cold. All right, guys, we're going to be right back. We'll see you in just a moment.
April
can I grab your bush?
Yeah, man, go for it.
Oh, thanks, bro. Hey, bro, can I grab your bush too?
Sure, bro. Go ahead.
Thanks.
Now I can grab my own bush. Saipan, it's time to grab your bush. Pick up a 12-pack of ice-cold bush, and you're in for more than just a refreshing beer. Every 12-pack gives you a chance to win exclusive bush gear and more. So don't wait. Swing by your favorite store, grab your bush, and join the fun. Because here in Saipan, the best moments are even better with Bush. Grab your bush today.
Shiny smiles all around, where happiness is found. It's the little things that make it true. Shiny smiles start with
Fox Sports Update.
The Patriots had no problem with the Giants on Monday Night Football. New England beat New York 33-15 for its 10th win in a row, with Marcus Jones taking a first-quarter punt 94 yards to the house.
And the return by Marcus Jones. He can fly. Still going. Still going. No flags. Touchdown, Patriots.
That was courtesy of ESPN as the Patriots improved to a league-best 11-2. New England quarterback Drake May was a crisp 24 of 31 passing for 282 yards and 2 touchdowns, while the Patriots defense allowed just 239 yards of offense. For the Giants, quarterback Jackson Dart returned after missing the past 2 games due to a concussion, but the rookie managed just 139 yards through the air, and New York has now lost 7 straight and dropped to 2-11 on the year.
This is Ainsley Earhart. Thank you for joining me for the 52-episode podcast series, The Life of Jesus.
A listening experience that will provide hope, comfort, and understanding of the greatest story ever told. Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Staying in the NFL, Shedeur Sanders will get his third start in Week 14, but Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski is taking Sanders' status as the starting quarterback on a week-by-week basis.
Yeah, I'm just dealing with our football team week to week, but I'm pleased with his progress. He knows he wants to continue to get better and better, and that's the right attitude to have, and that's why we'll continue to work.
Sound courtesy of the Browns, as Sanders will be under center when Cleveland faces Tennessee on Sunday. The fifth-round draft pick is coming off a game where he completed 16 of 25 passes for 149 yards and a touchdown in a loss to the 49ers. In college football, former Northwestern head coach Pat Fitzgerald was tabbed as the next man to lead the Michigan State program on Monday. Fitzgerald has been out of coaching for 2 seasons after a hazing scandal at Northwestern that led to his firing, but he reached a settlement with the school in August after suing for wrongful termination. He replaces Jonathan Smith in East Lansing, who was fired Sunday after a second straight losing season. For more scores, stories, and features, go to foxsports.com. I'm Joe Morgan.
Get more on the Fox Sports app and foxsports.com.
Ignite the air. Buried cables on the future's there. Through the jungle under waves so deep, where we're waking up from a techless sleep. Educated island, heavy shore. We're not disconnected anymore. High speed dreams, they're coming alive through the hills.
Oh my gosh, good morning, Marianas. It is 8:03 in the morning here on Wednesday, December 3rd. And a little different camera angle. Yes, we switched it up because we got a couple superstars in studio with us that we're really happy to have. And it's not me. Even when I just switched to my my guest cam, it's got me. Hold on. We don't want that view either. We want them. Come here. Get out of here. Where are you? This is the best. I'm so professional. It's the best thing ever. Anyway, good morning, Marianas. Welcome back. You're listening to a little bit of that music that we have that's talking about the broadband connection, because we just had a big award that happened. I got to turn this down because I'm picking it up in my ears. But we have a new award that we're going to be able to hear about from the folks from the Broadband Policy Development Office. And my goodness, it is a big deal. We've been watching this for quite a while, kind of waiting for it, kind of hoping. We were waiting to see what was going to happen. Protests, other people want to get in on different things. There's all kinds of stuff going on with all of this. And now it's finally settled. It's finally done. And we are able to start moving forward because the governor just moved this forward. I want to welcome our guests to the show. Thanks for coming back. It's great to see you guys.
Great to be here. Thank you, Brad, for having us.
Yeah, you guys, remember these microphones, by the way, they're EGU microphones. The further you are away, the more jealous they get.
Okay. All right. I think for us to begin, before we even start, it'd be good if we just give an overview of what the BEAT program is, just a little refresher, just in case some...
But before we get into that, let's just introduce ourselves again.
Not a bad idea. It's been forever.
So my name is Krista De Leon Guerrero. I'm a project coordinator under the Broadband Policy and Development Office.
And my name's Dana Marianas. I'm the Special Projects Coordinator for the Broadband Office.
So our office was established over 2.5 years ago in 2023 by Governor Arnold Palacios. From that inception of our office, the goal was to manage the BEAD program, the Broadband Equity Access and Deployment Program, managed under the National Telecommunications Information Administration, the NTIA, which is our federal partners. So with that grant, the CNMI was awarded just a little over $80 million to deploy internet across the CNMI. So from 2023 to now, we've been planning, we've been implementing, and now with our final proposal being approved, we are full-on execution mode.
Mm-hmm. Well, that means all kinds of good stuff's going to be happening for everybody, but how long does it take? What does it mean? All that stuff.
Sure, so I can get into it. Essentially, our final proposal is our guiding document that outlines our strategy of how we're going to go from deployment to even monitoring and so forth. It's important for the CNMI because this is what we've been planning for the past 2 years. And when everyone's like, what are we doing? Or, how long is this going to take? Now's the time we're going to see it fully be executed. So the proposal being approved means that we can start, getting our boots on the ground as long as we have our compliance in place, and just start bringing fiber to the CNMI.
Well, that's super exciting. Now, luckily, we've got, that's something else that changed since last time you guys were here. We were talking about all different things that have changed in here since then. One of the things that we got fiber in here now, so hooray for us.
Awesome.
That's what that little thing is over there on that shelf. It's not an elf on the shelf. It's it's a fiber up on higher, I guess. But we got that higher speed stuff, but everybody's going to be able to have that to the house here
for a better
soon.
price.
Amazing price, right? It's free? No, it's you still got to pay for it. You still got to pay for it. But the idea of getting it, one of the reasons why they're able to get it at such a low price is because we got this kind of a grant that's paying for bringing it all out there. $81 million?
Yeah.
Yes. So we were allocated $81 million. However, the project will cost over $50 million. So over $31 million just from the federal side, and from our match from the company will be around $21 million.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's a huge investment into the CNMI.
Oh, so and the awardee is fronting the rest of the money? Is that how it works? It was like an $81 million plan. So they're paying for a bunch, you guys are paying for some, and the feds are paying for some. Do I have it right?
So it's $81 million in total. However, due to our benefit of the bargain round, which is essentially the sub-grantee selection round, after the June 6 restructuring policy notice that indicated the primary criterion for picking our sub-grantee was the minimal bead outlay, so the minimal bead costs. According to our findings and the results, it costs up to $30 million, the least amount, to install fiber around the CNMI. So the project in total will cost us, the federal government side, $30 million, while the private company or the private subgrantee who was selected will be matching funds up to $20 million. So total, it'll be around $50 million or so dollars.
Got it.
Yes.
Investment,
Awesome.
in the CNMI.
Well, that's super exciting. And that's Saipan, Tinian, Rhoda. Are you guys running one long cable all the way to Pagan? What else do you have going on? But where are we at this moment? When do the shovels start getting into the ground and all those things start to get here and everything? It's a while. It's not going to happen in the next year.
Well, it's definitely going to take a while. First things first, we do have to finalize our subgrantee agreement. That's currently in the process at the moment. That's working with the awarded subgrantee. And then the second thing that we do have going on is just ensuring that we have compliance in place before we issue a notice to proceed. In order to do so, that's just making sure that any environmental or historical preservation checks are there. We have been meeting with different government agencies, from HBO to DCRM to DFW, just to ensure we are in line with the project. I think another great thing that has helped streamline this process, or just ensure that we will be on the right track, is the one-stop permitting that has been implemented by the government. So just by having that there, we are able to work with our subgrantee to ensure that, okay, this office is done, let's go to the next. What do we need to do for each other? So we can hopefully see construction beginning by potentially mid next year or even earlier.
Wow, that's great. Well, I can't wait to see it. I know there's going to be a lot of folks who are really going to enjoy having that access to their house, right? I mean, it's for folks who have regular DSL or something like that. This is just going to catapult their speeds and bring their, especially if they have kids at the house, bring them to a level playing field with all the other kids who are going to school with their kids. So that's awesome. So now this was there was kind of a holding pattern for you guys for a little bit on this, waiting for this kind of stuff happening, right? So what's some of the stuff that you guys have been doing, and what's some of the stuff that you're working on now for this?
Yeah, so I think it was quite a long holding period. However, in that time, we were able just to prepare ourselves for this moment, which just meant, basically getting everything ready and set by meeting with all these agencies, by checking at the time the provisionally awarded subgrantee and saying, okay, how can we move this along efficiently and quickly as possible? Some things we're working on now is also our other projects that's going on. Although we can't dive too deep into it, I can give Krista some time to give a little overview, just like of what projects we got or the grants that are going on. We can't dive too deep, but just a little.
So there is some exciting projects coming on for the CNMI. I can't really say what it is right now until I get a green light to
Does it involve time travel, teleportation?
No,
We wish.
but it is exciting for some populations of the CNMI to be receiving some sort of item that will help them in their daily lives and goes hand in hand with our BEAT program.
This is stuff that we won't mention, but that we were just briefly talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, this is super exciting. All right, I'm telling you guys, it's exciting. I'm not telling you what it is. Don't worry.
Yeah,
I won't
it'll
spill it.
probably within 2 to 3 weeks, the whole CNMI will know about it. It's a very interesting project.
More so, I think the programs that we have been working on, although we do not have the green light yet, it's just perfect timing because not only do we have the BEAT program running, we do have these programs that are going to help broadband adoption in the CNMI. So not only having the opportunity to access high-speed internet, but given the resources, the ability, or the skills to do so.
Man, that's so great. This business would not exist without being able to have high-speed internet access. The whole concept of what we do here is because of that streaming stuff live and doing it not just for our show stuff, but for the streaming of events and restreaming the events, all the sporting events, the parade, the funerals, unfortunately, but all these different things. So I definitely appreciate how important it is what you guys are doing for people. Plus, it'll make it for people easier to consume what we're doing, to be able to watch it, whether they're on the go or at home and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I love your office. Everything you're doing it's working for us. I mean, we're big fans of this stuff. So.
No, absolutely. We really appreciate you just saying all of this. Thank you. We have been working really hard, and even the Office of the Governor under their leadership has really provided for us a clear pathway into ensuring that our final proposal could be approved and that we could get to this spot that we are here now. I think something just really you emphasized or mentioned was just streaming all these things. And for maybe our average residents who may not know too much about the internet, some of them may think that the internet is fast currently, but it's about to get a whole lot faster. I mean, the idea of having 100 down, 20 up Mbps is insane to think about.
Game changer. A few years ago when now it's a lot closer. The speeds here are closer to they're way faster than what they used to be maybe 4 years ago. I remember when I went to New York about 4 years ago, and sign up so I wouldn't have to pay all the roaming fees and all that stuff. Just get a 1 month plan with. I got it with AT&T, and they're like, well, it's this much if you get the fastest, whatever, all this other stuff. I'm like, well, they're like, but we'll give you the 4G. This is going back a few years, right?
Yeah.
And then after you use X amount of data, we're gonna knock you back down to 3G speeds. I'm like, how much am I really gonna do? But their 3G speeds were faster than what we were having. I'm like, holy cow. So when I got knocked down to the lower one, so this is gonna be such a big jump for everybody. And get you up to what everything else is. When's is the next step for you guys to help us get Amazon in 1 day deliveries and stuff like that?
I genuinely wish, but I think with the idea of having fiber around the CNMI, it definitely sets us up onto a level playing field and creates a foundation for a diversified digital economy here. I mean, there are different sectors that it could impact in the CNMI.
Another impact would be the jobs that should be created through the funding of this program. The subgrantee that was selected, ITNE, will most likely need more groups of people to run the fiber to houses across the CNMI. So that, comes from our boot camp that we ran a few months ago. So, they're going to be looking for those people that are in that pool who have that training done. So, yeah.
Yeah, and talking about the speeds, we are taking a tour of a location on Friday of a company that is setting up shop to be like the home for like digital nomads who are popping in.
Wow.
Yes. And about their office space, their internet capabilities and all that stuff. It's going to be massive for that. And because, we have this big tax advantage for everybody out here, right?
Definitely.
So for people to travel through, and not to mention, just look out the window.
Yeah.
It's beautiful here.
It's paradise.
Right? Or you can look right at the window here. But, still the idea of people coming here and choosing our location, even if they're just coming through to give a new destination, having this, it's not like, no shade, Palau, really, no shade, but like their internet speeds aren't the same as what we have. Same with like even FSM, right? They don't have the same internet speeds as what we have now, but then we're going to be leaping way past all that stuff. We're going to be like a real great destination for folks like that.
Yeah, this example that you gave, or just, this real life thing that you're going to on the tour is exactly what we have been looking for. And just to be able to provide the infrastructure is something we've been aiming towards this whole time. So it's really great to hear that that is occurring. I do hope it pops up more along the CNMI.
Yeah, me too. Have other investors at all been knocking on your doors to talk about what the capabilities are? I know in our building here, it's the CETA building. There are people who come in here to ask and coordinate meetings with, even with CUC, they've been downstairs asking about what the power abilities are here, the capabilities, the water and all that stuff. Do people come to you guys for any of this about speeds, or do you think they just go to the companies?
Not that we know of, but with the data center that's going to be built on Tinian through Google, there has been investors that have been trying to, I think, if I'm not mistaken, talk with their governor in regards to tapping into that. So. Wow. But not directly with our office.
Yeah, I think one of the primary things that people have been coming into our office is just what are the benefits for us, or what can I get out of it? And although we cannot guarantee or give you free internet, that's not what we're doing. We're giving every resident or even every government office the opportunity to choose fiber.
And I think one of the things that should be mentioned is that we are the second in the whole nation to get approved. So that is an amazing accomplishment for the CNMI. And that really puts us up there, because this is a very, very extensive grant. And for us to be number 2 in the nation is very, very amazing, in my opinion.
Well, it's because you guys.
Yes, we worked very, very hard.
Because of you two to make this stuff happen.
No, I think.
I hear there's a bearded guy doing some work over there too.
I think so. I'm not sure.
I think his name starts with a G.
Yeah, but in addition to our amazing team, and even from support like you guys, I think a lot of it wouldn't have been able to been accomplished without the leadership and the guidance of our former governor and our current governor, who have been in support of this since day one. I think they've really understood the importance of a diversified economy, and that the fact that we could do it through this great opportunity and just lay down that infrastructure that we need is just amazing.
Well, you nailed it. You can't get anything, you can't move anything through the government unless you have the support at the top, right?
Yes.
And so being able to have that, and again, to have it be seamless from the unplanned, the unexpected, passing and change of administrations. It was a tough time, and it happened while you guys were right in the heart of some of this stuff, this process. So the fact that you're able to get it through seamlessly is pretty awesome. So well done.
No, thank you. Yeah, I think the goal for everyone here, including the Office of the Governor and us, is just to see a more connected, a better CNMI for everyone out there, whether it's just us here talking, or like you said, digital nomads who want to come and live here. We do want to create a CNMI that gives every opportunity available for the next generation.
I love it. So the other thing is, people don't have to use the fiber, right? They don't have to get it connected to their place if they don't want to, but they'd be missing out if they don't, right?
Yeah. They would definitely be missing out, because fiber is, in my opinion, the best technology that you can ask for.
Well, and it's buried.
Yes, so it's very, very safe from typhoons. It's underground, it's climate hardened, so you won't have to worry about anything flying during a typhoon. And yeah, I just think it's a very, very great technology that we're getting here in the CNMI.
Yeah, as Chris iterated to mention, just the fact that it's buried and it's safe from typhoons. We've seen it with typhoons, U2, Sodalor, even Mawar in Guam. Like these telephone poles that go down that have aerial fiber connection on them, we're disconnected. So by ensuring that we have underground end-to-end fiber, there's climate resiliency there and longevity for this program.
That's great. But plus the other thing, that connection is going to be made not just by that linear thing. There's going to be other interconnections to make sure that everyone's connected on that loop. So it sounds great. The other part is all that aerial stuff. You can't even just set it up temporarily because you would still be having to wait, because if it's connected to the power poles, you got to wait for the power poles to be reinstalled first, and not just the pole. You got to wait for the power line connections to be in there. CEC would take priority before all that stuff. So I don't know. I'm excited about it. I especially after what happened with Guam and Mawar, to be able to see that we're going to get that. Now, if they can only do that with some of our power stuff, then that would be amazing.
Yeah.
What else is new and exciting over there at the office?
Well, I think just with this final proposal being approved, along with even the territories with American Samoa and Guam, we're all just getting ready for deployment. So that's the main focus. However, like Krista mentioned, and we just alluded to, we do have the exciting projects coming into play that will help support broadband adoption within the CNMI. And we're hoping to potentially just advocate for more funds to be retained for the CNMI so that we can set up more projects that may benefit the residents here.
You mentioned about the Google data center.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? That's going to be landing in Tinian.
Yes.
But we heard a lot about it at the beginning. Then we haven't heard a whole lot about it. And do we know like when and where and how soon, all that kind of stuff?
Although I can't give you specific details at the moment, I can let you know that they have been working on it. We have had their representatives come and just ensure that they're in compliance. They've been working with the other agencies as well. So it's all behind the scenes, but once it comes...
It's moving along.
Yeah.
That's all we could say about it.
Yeah.
Now, when you ask them questions, do they say, I have to Google it? Or do they, or do they already know everything?
I think
they should know everything.
Put us on mute and then just ask, hey, Google.
Gemini, what's going on with this thing? I love it. All right, let's see. Folks are excited about that. So Eileen just said something. This is a great thing. You touched on it briefly, but she says, hey, what about the broadband boot camp? Are we going to get jobs? So that was her question.
So like I mentioned, our selected subgrantee, which is ITNE, will most likely need more people to help them build out the fiber and all the projects across the CNMI over the next 4 to 6 years. So they're gonna need people, and they'll probably put out job announcements. I cannot promise for anyone, but after speaking with them a few times, they did mention that they will be needing people.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyone who gets to work with Paul Guerrero, I mean, they got it made.
Yeah, and I just want to also mention that there is remaining funds from the 80 million because they are providing a match. So we are working to repurpose those funds for other workforce development programs, other like cybersecurity training programs, things like that. So we are working to see how we can use those funds or if we can retain it. Yeah.
That's outstanding. And hey, that works great. That's more money that gets to stay here in the CNMI, thanks to you guys being resourceful and being sharp about all this stuff. I love it. I'm excited. The community's got to be excited. All the institutions who don't have this already. I mean, like this could, like for every school, every daycare, every health outlet across the entire CNMI. It doesn't matter if you're Saipan, Tinian, or Rhoda. You're going to get high-speed buried fiber coming to your house, coming to your building.
Across 10,000 locations in the CNMI. So it's such a great project. It's huge.
Yeah, and it costs the Marianas nothing to get this upgrade.
Yep.
You know, we're actually getting money out of it to do all this stuff. We're going to have this new data center that's coming in, the new cable that's going to be coming in.
Yes.
So all of our connections are going to be faster. It's just a dream. You guys are working like on the cusp of like this new wave of new industry and new technology out here. Got to be exciting every day over there.
Yeah.
Oh, it definitely is. It's busy too.
We're so excited to be a part of the motion to get all of this started for our CNMI.
You know, folks in the gaming industry got to be happy about it. Well, maybe not the industry, but people who love to game.
Yeah.
The gamers have to love this. That lower latency and everything.
Definitely.
Too. That's the speeds are one thing. Latency is another one, right?
Yes.
So, is there a certain level that we're trying to get to out of this also?
Not specifically, but we do hope to see that the latency is improved, and we should see it be improved, having it be fiber now. I'm going to hope and pray that it's under 100 ms.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that is the criterion that was made for under 100 ms.
That's like a millisecond, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like, it's not even a lot of time, but it is for these
Yeah,
computers
but our
and
latency right
calculations.
now is way past 100, so yeah.
Ooh, that's rough. All right, well, let's get less. We're all about that. All right, what else am I missing? Is there other good stuff to talk about?
I think that's what we primarily want to just talk about, just highlighting the fact that our final proposal was approved. We didn't have much to mention last time, but now we're here and that we're gonna get it done. So hopefully everyone is as excited as us, and just thanking everyone for helping us get to this point, from you, the Office of the Governor, or even just everyone out there who's been interacting with what we've been doing.
Well, we're excited, and we're here for you for when you have new stuff, too. We're excited about hearing everything that you guys have going on. So, any shout-outs?
Shout out to our hardworking people in our office, because we finally made it. We're finally here, and it took us so long, but we're here and we made it, guys.
Yeah, and big shout out to the Office of the Governor for just providing that clear pathway to help us out.
I love it. And shout out to you guys for just being awesome and making the time to come down here
Thank you.
help spread the word.
Yeah, it's been great. Thank you so much, Brad.
Thank you for having us.
All right, well, that's what we got with you guys. We're going to take a real quick break. We'll run some commercials, but first, we're going to get you guys the latest news from the Associated Press. So here we go.
AP News, I'm Ben Thomas. Ahead of a meeting with President Trump's envoy Steve Witkoff, Russian President Vladimir Putin accused Ukraine's European allies of sabotaging U.S.-led peace efforts. Sagar Meghani has a report.
Putin says they don't have a peace agenda and instead are on the side of war. It appears to be his latest attempt to sow discord between President Trump and Kyiv's European backers, and also insulate Moscow from blame for any lack of progress. His remarks came minutes before meeting with Trump envoys in the Kremlin. Meanwhile, in Ireland, Ukraine's Volodymyr Zelensky said he was looking for signals that peace talks could move forward, and if they showed fair play, he might meet soon with the Americans, and says he's ready to meet again with the president. Sagar Meghani, Washington.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth defended a follow-up strike on an alleged drug boat in the Caribbean Sea, saying at a cabinet meeting,
I did not personally see survivors, but I stand, because the thing was on fire. It was exploded in fire or smoke. You can't see anything. You got digital. This is called the fog of war.
Hegseth said he didn't stick around following the initial strike. Lawmakers have opened investigations. The former president of Honduras, Juan Orlando Hernandez, has been freed from prison in West Virginia after receiving a pardon from President Trump. Hernandez was sentenced last year to 45 years for aiding drug traffickers. Federal authorities are preparing an immigration enforcement operation in Minnesota targeting Somali immigrants. And a rebound day for stocks, the S&P rose 0.2% following its first decline in 6 trading sessions. The Dow added 0.4%, the Nasdaq 0.6%. This is AP News. Feeling a bit like winter? The Northeast's getting a snowstorm.
This storm system is coming just as the Midwest is beginning to escape snow and ice that complicated travel after the Thanksgiving holiday. Some parts of northern New England were expecting up to 10 inches of snow. Ashton Robinson Cook with the National Weather Service's Forecast Center says this storm system is centered over the mid-Atlantic and moving through the region.
It'll strengthen as it gets out over coastal waters southeast of Long Island. And as it does so, there's going to be a strip of winter weather, primarily heavy snow, from northeastern Pennsylvania, northeastward through New England and parts of Maine.
The National Weather Service issued winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories in Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine, Connecticut, and New York ahead of the snow's arrival. I'm Haya Panjwani.
There's more news at apnews.com. I'm Ben Thomas. Thanks for listening.
Hey, bro, can I grab your bush?
Yeah, man, go for it.
Right on. Thanks, bro. Hey, bro, can I grab your bush too?
Sure, bro. Go ahead.
Thanks.
Now I can grab my own bush. Saipan, it's time to grab your bush. Pick up a 12-pack of ice-cold Busch, and you're in for more than just a refreshing beer. Every 12-pack gives you a chance to win exclusive Busch gear and more. So don't wait. Swing by your favorite store, grab your Busch, and join the fun. Because here in Saipan, the best moments are even better with Busch. Grab your Busch today.
Shiny smiles all around, where happiness is found. It's the little things that make it true. Shiny smiles start with under the waves where the sunlight fades. A hidden world, a
the treasure brigade, metal mountains, waiting in the blue. Machines are humming, they bite and chew. A dance with the deep, it's a risky clue. What secrets lie in the ocean shade? Pressure's rising, hear it sing. Below the surface, a glimmering ring. Treasure below. Oh, the ocean's low, digging where the shadows grow. Gold and silver, the currents flow. Treasure below, treasure below. Rocks like coins in Poseidon's chest.
All right, Marianas, welcome back. It is 8:37 in the morning, and well, that is a little music that we put together for that deep sea mining, which has been all the rage lately. We got a lot to talk about with that for sure. And tonight there will be the big meet over there at AMP, where they're going to have a presentation. There's going to be 4 panelists who will be out there talking about deep sea mining and what that could possibly mean for the Marianas. What does that mean for the environment and all that? That's going to be hosted by NMC, and that'll be tonight. Starts at 4:30 at American Memorial Park Theater. It's going to go all the way to 7 o'clock. And it's part of the CNMI Green Growth Initiative and NMC CREES and NMC. It's Community Conversations, Deep Sea Mining in the CNMI. There'll be 4 panelists, and they'll be open for your questions and everything as well. But we'll get to that in just a little bit. I want to talk to you about something that was happening at the Senate yesterday, but I think we're going to have to get to that in just a little bit, because what I want to do is just give you a little bit of an update about what's going on with Transit CNMI. Transit CNMI, they're the folks who are getting you where you need to go all over the place in the Marianas, and they've got you on the Blue Line. The Blue Line is getting you where you need to go. It's a great route, fixed route transportation, and in fact, it's an award-winning transportation system that we've got here in the Marianas. And we're going to give you a little look at traffic just before we hop at that. So let's take a look. Let's zip over there at 8:39 in the morning here in sunny Saipan. Traffic is looking mighty good, and this is the time when folks are making their way to high school, so that's good news too. Over at the intersection that matters, where connections matter, IT&E, traffic is all but non-existent. Just a little bit coming down on Beach Road by the old AK intersection. You can see the cars starting to line up after dropping off the kiddos over at Marianas High School, and they're trying to get in there, they're trying to get out of there and get around through the back roads. That's where it's happening right now as they cycle through the gate. Everything south looks pretty good. A little bit of traffic down there in Chalumpiao over there by the mobile station, but it's not that bad. Coming down the hill from the airport, there's traffic over there by Guangdong Hardware. People want to go in and try and get their new stuff. But I want to find out where Tobot's getting his new screws for his back, I think, is what's happening. Tobot told me he's going to be powered by Guangdong, that's for sure. We are having some traffic over there on the Shell Dandan area. The folks are trying to get up the hill or down the hill and all around there are going to be loading up at the lights. Folks coming down from the Dandan side too are stuck over there by Iglesia Ni Cristo Church. That is something that's happening. Over by the home of the Canaries, Tad's a problema in San Vicente. Traffic's not even plenty. Going around East Drive all the way back around the back Island Road, even by Ena's Kitchen, it looks pretty good. And all the way through Puerto Rico, traffic is money. You gotta love it. Now, you are gonna have a little bit of traffic over there at the light by the tennis ball slash pickleball courts. Who calls it tennis ball? I know, they just call it tennis. But tennis and pickleball courts over there by AMP. A little bit of traffic over there, but not too much. A little bit coming down the hill, though, over there from the government side. Of the hill. Oh my gosh, where is this? JG Sablon, Ice and Water. Yeah, that intersection. There's a lot of people coming by like they were just going through Golds or something like that. Coming down Middle and Beach Road, traffic's looking pretty good as we take our double-barreled look on our way south. A little bit of traffic at Quartermaster, but that's pretty easy. And speaking of pretty easy, it's pretty easy to get anywhere you need to go when you hop on Transit CNMI, especially when you're able to see where the buses are all the time. Well, you got one that's over there by the old AK right now. You got another one that's over there in Tocqueville area. They're on the roads taking you where you need to go from 6:30 in the morning to 8:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. Weekends and holidays, 6:30 in the morning to 8 p.m. It's only $2 to get anywhere you need to go on the Blue Line. But if you're a student, veteran, active duty military, a Monamco, or you've got disabilities, that's only $1. Half off? That's right, but make sure you pay an exact change because they can take you where you need to go, but they can't take your money and give some back. Number is 236-2682. That's what you get when you call Transit CNMI. You can find everything, 236-2682, and they're going to be all over the place, getting you all over the place. Why get on the bus? One, it's way cheaper than gas money. Number two, it's got great air conditioning, comfortable seats, smiling faces, beautiful smelling experience. On top of that, there's free Wi-Fi. So you don't even have to look at the road. You can leave the driving to the drivers with Transit CNMI. These guys got it made, and they're taking care of us everywhere around the Saipan. And it's coming to an area near you. That is true. The line that is blue, and they're going to be expanding to the green line. They're going to have more stops all over the place. They're getting there. They're expanding. They're an award-winning transportation company already, and now they're doing it, and they're going to get even faster. Maybe not speed. The speeds are just right. You don't have to be racing out there. But they're going to go all across the Marianas, Saipan, Tini, and Rhoda. Who knows? Maybe come to Topagin one day. They'll get you on from one side of the airstrip to the other. It is pretty cool. I love Transit CNMI. The folks over there are great. You know, we did a broadcast from there a couple months ago where we got to see the team, and we took you all around, got to see the buses, got to see the bays, their place, and that was part of our live podcast with NM Posse called Advocacy Amplified. Well, today we're going to be doing another one with NM Posse's Advocacy Amplified. Typically we're here in the studio, but today we're going to be up on Capitol Hill with CLI, the Center for Living Independently. So you can look for that at 2 o'clock today. There'll be another live broadcast for us as well. Now, this morning we're going to be knocking out a bunch of stuff here at the studio. This afternoon, we've got the general membership meeting for the Saipan Chamber of Commerce. If you're interested in going to that, it's over at Pacific Islands Club, heading to the south end of the island today. Looking forward to that. Haven't been down to Charlie's for a little while. The big speaker that we're going to have is the managing director for MVA, Jamaica Tyrone. Exciting about that is that she's going to be in the studio with us tomorrow as well. Tomorrow morning, we're going to have Emma and Pete Perez, who are going to be a guest during the show. And then later at 10 o'clock, we'll have Jamaica in here, and she's going to give us all these updates. A lot of the stuff that we'll hear at the chamber today, and then what's going on, because this weekend is a big deal. Be careful out there, drivers. This morning drive on Saturday is going to be a little busy because you've got the hell of the Marianas. We've got bikers from all over the world coming to Saipan. If they're not here already, they're going to be coming here very soon, and they're going to be on their bikes. I'm going to be one of those guys on their bikes. I'm only doing half. I'm only doing the 50K, and it's a lot less climbing than doing the whole 100. But imagine coming from somewhere else around the world to come and ride in Saipan and ride 100K. 100K, that's way more than your regular 5K run. Think about it in terms of that. It's 20 times longer. And it's all the hills, all the climbs, all the everything. They start up north, and then they imagine the hills up north. You go up to the radar station. You got to go up to Suicide, and then you got to go down to Bird Island. You go down to the grotto. You come back out of there. Remember those little S-curves coming out of all that stuff. Then when you head on the southern side, you're going to This is a sneaky hill when you go around PIC, because now that Beach Road is done, they're going to go back to the old route. Going around PIC, when you pass PIC, past the water park, there's that little hill that climbs up right there by Kobler. Man, on a bike, that just happened. It just kind of dropped out. Hopefully that'll get restarted now and you'll be fine. But you pass by that sneaky hill, then you curve around by COP, and after you go through Coral Ocean Point, there's that back hill that takes you up by the airport, right? Well, that's a hill too. As you pass by the airport, you got to go up the hill through San Vicente. That's right, that's not easy. Then you go up through Papago, those winding roads taking you up through Papago. Kind of crazy, I know. Then you think, finally, they're at the top of the hill. It's all going to be easy from there. Fun fact, no. They're going to go down into Cagman and turn around over at Lala Bay Golf Resort. Climb back out of Cagman. Ugh, sounds awful, right? You're right, because it is. Then you start going up Capitol Hill a little bit. But before you get to that, you still have to go down. In fact, there's all kinds of crazy stuff going through Esteo, climbing out of there, zooming all around again. You pass Agigi Drive, and then you get by Old Esco's. You go down to Kingfisher. Oh, Kingfisher, it should be fun, right? No, because when you get almost all the way down there, you still got to climb back up to Kingfisher. And then you don't turn around there. Now you go back down the new Route 36 and you zip all the way down. It's beautiful, it's new, it's scenic. That is something that people are going to talk about, how beautiful it is out there. Then you get to the end of the pavement, you turn around, and you got to climb your butt back out of there. Kingfisher was hard enough on its own, but it's not over. Now you got to go back up again to get to the Kingfisher. Then you got to go down again after. Then you get to about Agigi, you start the long climb out of Kingfisher, past all those places, all the way up to Esco's again. And then you go up Capitol Hill, past Retirement, and then that's the fun part. So that's my favorite part. Now, my 50K, then you go back up north and you got to do all that stuff. For the 50K, I don't have to go down to Cagman, hooray. I don't have to go down to Kingfisher, hooray. And I don't have to do all the crazy stuff up at the northernmost part. And I don't have to do the radar part. I just get to enjoy it. So I'm going to fly down Capitol Hill and feel like a rock star after earning all that stuff. And I'm just going to take a nice leisurely ride all the way back up north with an F. Got to love it. So anyway, all that is to say, it's a big event. MVA's big on that. Next month, MVA's got the Rhoda Marathon. Oh, man, if Rhoda had a half marathon too. Man, I wish they had the half marathon in Rhoda. If they included a half marathon distance, I would probably have registered for it in January. I would have, because I'm doing the half marathon in March, but doing the one in Rhoda, I would love to do Rhoda, but Rhoda, they're offering, hey, we've got a, I don't even think there's a 10K. I think it's just a 5K. Maybe there's a 10K. If there's a 10K, that would still be worth it. I would register for that. Let's find out. But if they had the half. Here, Rhoda Marathon 2026. This one, so that's January 31st. Kapow. Here, you guys can watch this with me. The Rhoda Marathon. It says they've got a half marathon? Wait, did that change? Holy crap, I might have to do something. Oh, you know what? Maybe I was hoping there was a 10K. That's it. This is it. The Rhoda Marathon does have a half. It says full marathon, half marathon, and a 5K. There's no in between. I'm building up to the half marathon in March for Saipan. What I do like, the start time's at 4 o'clock for the half and for the full. So that's great for a half marathon starting at 4 a.m. Ooh, you guys nailed it. And then the 5K is going to start at 6. That's great. January 31st. That's all January now. Could I do a half marathon between now and then? I could, and it would be awful. I would feel terrible. I wonder what the course is. I used to run that course, and it was great. I loved it. Half marathon. Start point at the Rhoda Roundhouse. It's great. Heads up to San Paulo. Turn around at the Rhoda Hotel. Okay, I know where that is. Then head back down towards Song Song. turning left toward the cannon, turn around, and then back to the roundhouse. Okay, that sounds like fun, except for running up. I bet that's a sneaky climb getting to Rhoda Hotel, but it's probably not that bad. And it's beautiful, too. You're going around the coastline. Holy crap. It doesn't sound great. Might have to end up doing that. Oh, my God. Might really have to end up doing that. In January seems way too early for me, but I like it. It says that's the same day as the WWE Royal Rumble. Yes, off the top rope, Bruce Camacho with the people's elbow. I love it, man. That would be something. Bruce, I mean, that's a project, man. What do you think? You want to get out there, get to Rhoda, and do this? I'm gonna have to start looking into this one now. Holy crap! What's the price on this one? Let's see. Do they have the rates on there for this one? They will. Here's the price. I'm not going to be winning any of these. I'm not worried about the prize money. No. I am more interested in the registration fees. What does it cost to get in here? Oh, my gosh, look at the price. Okay, we're in this price range now, and it's still not bad. The half marathon's only $20 to do that in Rhoda. Oh, my God, I love it. Now you just got to work on some accommodations. Rhoda, I'm coming for you. I'm really thinking. I don't want to go there just to do the 5K, though. I mean, it sounds like fun, but that just sounds like a beautiful course to do. It seems like it's going to be all friggin' day, though, for me to do a half marathon right now. Oh, my gosh. But, wow, the idea of doing that run in Rhoda, I love the idea of that course. Sounds beautiful. That would be a great 10K course, though, also. All right, I know. It's a whole lot. Bruce says, hey, we'll tag team the 5K. We tag at the turnaround point. Yeah, the only thing is running, doing that, we need someone to get somebody to ride back if we do the tag team on the course. That's it. Anyway, Rhoda's event sounds amazing. It's going to be beautiful. It's January 31st. But then the Saipan is also having the adventure run at that time. Right, that's like the 50-mile run that's going on, right? You got a. Let's do that Saipan Sugar King Trail, Saipan Sugar King Run, and I think not Sugar Cane Park. Here it is. It's the Saipan Sugar Cane Railroad Journey. We already talked about all these other Ks as far as like the distances. This one though is an 81K. Ugh, doesn't that sound exciting? Maybe not. 81K. So the way we heard it, and this is what we're going to be talking to Jamaica about this. I want to hear it from her. Is I was having a conversation with Kathy about this, and I'm like, Jamaica was telling me it's supposed to be more like a leisurely thing, but 81K run is what it is. Saipan Sugarcane Railroad Journey, an 81K. Look at that course. Look at all that. You got to run up the top of Chow. I don't want to run up the top of Chow. If I do, that's where I want it to stop. Like, no. Now, it sounds exciting. No, don't get me wrong. I'm just talking about me personally. Right now, I do not want to carry my out-of-shapeness all the way up to the top of Chow and then still have to run the equivalent of like 2 marathons. Here's how they describe it. Extraordinary run invites participants from around the world to experience Saipan's rich history, breathtaking nature, and vibrant culture along the remnants of the island's historic sugarcane railway. We invite runners and visitors to join us in commemorating part of our history, celebrating our ties of friendship with Japan today, and experiencing the beauty, resilience, and the hospitality that define the Marianas. Now, where is it? I want to hear more about this. This is what you get if you do it. You get a shirt, hooray, digital certificate, a Marianas specialty product. That's got to be something from here. They've got pre-event reception, that's great, and an optional post-race party. The event prioritizes safety, self-sufficiency, and respect for the Marianas' natural and historical heritage. Participants must navigate using official course maps, pass all checkpoints, and carry mandatory night gear and cell phones. Additional requirements apply. Holy smokes. It's an adventure. You get, no wonder why they say self-sufficiency, because you gotta bring it yourself. Woo! Woo! That's going to be a big one. We're going to hear a whole lot about that tomorrow, 10 o'clock with Jamaica Tyrone and NBA. That's going to be an adventure. I like that idea. I really love the idea, actually. It sounds really cool, and hopefully we can get out there and do that as well. I'm not doing that. Are you kidding? Oh, my God. Like, no. That was my body just saying, no, you're not doing that. Okay, you got it. I'm not doing that. I'd support it, though. I definitely support the race. I think it's awesome. I'm just in no shape to do any of that mess. But we are going to do the half in March, for sure, for the Saipan Marathon. In case you don't know the details on that, we'll get you that, too. Saipan Marathon is going to be on March 7th. So you've got time to train. You could definitely make this happen. You got all of February, all of January, and the rest of December. Starting from today, you got a solid 3 months to make this happen. You can do it. It's going to be out here by the Crown Plaza. That's going to be exciting. And early bird registration, well, it's still not that bad. Is it still early bird? It's still early bird right now. You could still get the early bird rate for folks here. $60 for the full marathon for CNMI residents and for the military. The half marathon, you got to be 14 and up to do it. And for the marathon, you got to be 18 and up. Anyway, the half marathon, $50. The 10K and 5K, $40. If you're not from here, it's going to cost you all this. Let's see, 18 and up is $80 for the marathon, $60 for the half marathon, $50 for the 10K and for the 5K. And then they've got youth events as well. And then it starts kicking up at the beginning of the year. If you don't register before the end of the year, you're going to start paying some more money. You got till the end of the month to register, so if you haven't done it yet, you're going to be fine. It's going to be great. If you register, you're going to end up getting the marathon booklet. You're going to get the T-shirt, certificate of completion, and all that other stuff. I want to hear about the half marathon. I hope we're good to go. Hold on. I don't know that it's there. One of the reasons I like, oh yeah, there you go. You get the medal also. If you end up completing the race, of course, you get a finisher's medal for it. I don't need to get the first place medal. I just need to get the, yeah, you did it medal. It's the, not just certificate of participation. If I'm going to be running my butt a half marathon, it's worth it for me to get that medal for sure. It's true. I'm telling you, that's not an easy run. I'm sure you don't want to do it either, but hey, maybe you do. Yeah, just over 3 months to get ready for it. You can make that happen. Guaranteed you can make that happen, and it'll be worth it. That sense of accomplishment. Veterans, who's with me? Who wants to do that? I'm definitely in there. I'm doing it. Hopefully you'll be out there to run that race with me as well. It'll be a lot of fun. All right, guys, we're just about to the end of the show. And we're going to wrap some stuff up. We posted, you know what, we didn't air this, so we're going to do this now. I want to talk about the firefighters and police officers who went to the Senate yesterday to talk about what they're trying to do. They're trying to get their unions and get some protection in the CNMI laws that so that when labor issues come up, they don't have to lean on federal law. They want to have these things done here so they could do these things if they need to in our CNMI Superior Court instead of having to take it to federal court. Do they have to? It just makes everything easier for them. And when you listen to their testimony, you can't deny it. I've got Ed Dela Cruz's clip here, and I want to play it for you guys. So here you go. I think he said some things that, you know, I just hadn't considered. Like, listen to what he has to say about the PPE.
Good morning. Buenos dias. Ofte en tiro. Chairman Senator Maglonia, Senator Castro, Senator Cruz, and Senator Calvo. Thank you for giving me this distinct pleasure and honor with my brothers behind me to stand before you today to give our comments about this beautiful bill. Thank you. Collective bargaining is not a privilege. It's a lifeline. I don't know how you guys see it when you guys saw it the first time it hit your desk, but this is how I see it right now. Behind me are proud brothers and sisters in the first responder service, regardless of police or fire. Right now, collective bargaining is not just a right for me. It's not a right for every man standing behind me and every person watching this video on YouTube right now. It is a lifeline. The beautiful thing about this process of collective bargaining, it gives us a seat at the table to ensure that at least the people at the top, management, at least hears our cries, hears our pleas, hears exactly what we're begging or at least need to do our job safely, effectively, and efficiently. I cannot put a cost on safety. No one should be able to put a cost on my life or any single person that's behind me that serves with this badge or serves our people of the Commonwealth. There should be no cost line put on top of us. With collective bargaining, the least it could do is that the employers can hear what we need from them. There's no delays. There's nothing said behind closed doors, nothing promised. It's a contractual agreement and obligation between both sides to negotiate. And it's not one side. Employers will not dictate it completely. Union members will not dictate completely. Instead of looking at us as an obstacle, look at us as partners. We need people from management at the top to look down and listen to what we need. And that is why we need this bill to pass. I've sat before you maybe once or twice, and I've already listed my bulletproof concerns of what we're dealing with in our departments. Today, all I ask is to at least consider this process. I know that all you senators support organized labor. I know that you support our right to organize together, whether it's union or an organized labor team. I know. I've talked to each one of you, and you showed that you care about us. Now, how this bill is going to get sliced, it's up to you guys. We made it really cut, paste, and simple. It outlines exactly how the collective bargaining process is. There's no gray area in that bill for how this collective bargaining process is. At the end of the day, we're still employees of the organization we serve. I bleed orange, red, and blue. I bleed for the Commonwealth Ports Authority. I bleed for aircraft rescue and firefighting. It's my home. ARF is my second home. These guys are my second family, as well as every law enforcement out there. I want what's best for my department, but I want what's best for my guys. I want what's best for the people putting themselves out there in the front lines. All we ask is to be heard without repercussions, without retaliation, without political movement or whatever you call it. We all know this exists here. We just want to ensure that there is a law in place that gives us that possibility. There is no hidden agenda here, senators. That's a pretty short bill when you look at it. We respect the process. We respect our management. We respect the departments we serve. All we're asking is to please give us a voice and chance to be heard. That's all. And with collecting bargaining, we can hold that to that person, to that union organization, or to that management. I've gone through 3 executive directors in the 8 years I'm at aircraft rescue firefighting. And believe me, you all know that managements have different priorities when they come in. At least with this bare minimum, I'll just give an example for ARP. At least this could give me a washer and dryer where I don't have to bring my PPE contaminated products home and clean it there. At least with this, I can guarantee that my men have the minimum safety equipment they need by NFPA standards. At least with this, I have a chance to voice that concern. Will I be guaranteed it? It depends on our talk with our management, but at least this makes it concrete for me and everyone else behind me to have a voice at the table and be able to address their concerns. Now, what management does after that, that's on them. They're going to live with it. At least I did my best. At least our captain, our chiefs, all the way down to the firefighter ones or police officer ones can say that they did their best. I stress, collective bargaining is not a privilege, it's a lifeline. Strong unions do lead to safer communities if you view us as partners. If you view us as obstacles, we're never going to get past what we have now. Attached to this is also the letters that we did from the 23rd CNMI legislature of all of you guys, that we all talked about how collective bargaining agreement works. We talked about what our union stand for. At that time, it was just one, the firefighters union. Today, I have the police union standing behind me. I don't know how many other unions are going to stop by after this, but we all had a one-on-one conversation with you all, and you guys were all great at listening. You guys were all great at addressing your concerns. We've addressed those concerns already. So thank you. I'll be attaching this survey letter that we did in the 23rd legislature with my copies and the copies of my other brothers and sisters who couldn't be here today for public comments as well. But again, thank you so much for at least hearing me out today. Suzus Maasi Galisal. I hope you guys all have a beautiful day. Thank you.
Thank you. Can you just state your name for the record?
Oh, sorry, I forgot. Hafide Tiro, my name is Edward S. De La Cruz Jr. I am a Commonwealth Ports Authority aircraft rescue firefighter and serve right now as a fire lieutenant. So sorry.
Thank you, Mr. De La Cruz. Floor is still open.
All right, so there you go. It's, I'd never even thought about that. I mean, like the idea of like bringing home your PPE to wash yourself, not having a laundromat there. Like, what if you got contaminated stuff at work and you're a firefighter? I mean, like, of course you should have that kind of facility there that would take care of that kind of gear. Never in a million years would I have thought that they didn't have that kind of stuff at their fingertips if they need it. And God knows they need it. Look at the police officers do too. Now, Ed Del Cruz wasn't the only one who spoke. We also had Chris De Leon Guerrero and you had Paul Sasamoto. They both are the respective presidents of the CNMI, COPP, something of Organization of Professional Policing is Chris, and then you've got the firefighters, which is Paul. They're both the presidents for those organizations, and you can see their full testimony. It's on the CNMI, it's on the NMI News Service social media pages and on the NMI News Service YouTube channel. So you can go and watch them on their own as well. The video's a little choppy. That's how it came across from us as we were watching it on the Senate feed. So that's where that came from. So we just put that stuff together. So don't worry about the video so much. It's more about that audio. All right, well, we are going to get ready. We've got that meeting, and we've got some new stuff to get ready for you guys, too. Before we get out of here, I'll just check to see if there's anything else that came in so you guys can get the latest and greatest as it happens. If there's anything that came in from any other agency to let us know about what's shaking with the news here, or just because after that, we're pretty much wrapping up. So let's just see. All kinds of stuff hit our inbox, our WhatsApps and everything. You guys would not believe it if I told you how often and how many things come in. Okay, some other little things. The good news is, we didn't put it out last night, but the fuel adjustment charge is going to be the same. We're posting that as well. The FAC is going to be exactly the same. CUC said that they wanted to increase it, but because the Public Utilities Commission in March froze it, they're not able to do it. They want to raise it to 0.23265, but it's staying locked in at the 0.19706. And, if the price of fuel is changing, that's one thing. If there's what's the other one? All the other bad debt that's in there too. And I think they're doing that to force the hand of CUC to deal with all that stuff. But now you're starting to see the different government organizations talk about who owes who what, not just from the utilities, but utilities owe them and back and forth and all that. So lots of fun stuff. That I know they're playing all kinds of Olympics to try to get this stuff done, but man, it's a tough one. All right, guys, that's going to wrap us up for today. I want to say thanks to you guys for tuning in to Good Morning Marianas. We'll be back again later this afternoon for Advocacy Amplified, the NM Posse podcast. That's going to be at 2 o'clock, and you're going to see us from the Center for Living Independently, so we're really excited about that. All right, guys, take care. Have a great day. I hope this one's your best so far. And tonight, AMP 4:30, so you can have the conversations about deep sea mining. We'll see you then.